Once upon a time in New Orleans, where the mighty Mississippi River flows and jazz music fills the warm night air, there lived a hardworking man named James. He owned a small but beloved restaurant, and he passed down his love of cooking and his never give up attitude to his one and only daughter, Tiana. Tiana dreamed of opening her very own restaurant someday. She saved every penny from her job at the local diner and worked extra shifts to earn enough money for cooking classes. One day, tragedy struck. Tiana's father passed away, leaving her all his life savings and a broken heart. Now all grown up, Tiana works at her father's old restaurant, taking care of her mother, who has fallen ill. Her entire life revolves around work, barely leaving any time for romance or fun, but Tiana doesn't mind. She's determined to make her dream of opening her own restaurant come true. Across town, we meet Prince Naveen of Maldonia. Life is pretty great for him until his family cuts him off for squandering his allowance. No longer able to afford his lavish lifestyle, the once charming prince is forced to look for a new place to stay. Wandering the streets of New Orleans, he meets a mysterious man named Dr. Facilier, who offers him a place to live rent-free. But there's a catch. In exchange for his hospitality, Facilier asks Naveen to do him a favor, which he reluctantly agrees to. Little did he know that this favor would change both their lives forever. Unbeknownst to Naveen, Facilier is actually a sinister voodoo magician who uses dark spirits to take advantage of others. While the prince is asleep, Facilier transforms into an enormous, terrifying monster, summoning evil spirits to place a curse on him. Now cursed to live as an ugly frog, Facilier casts an additional spell to prevent anyone from breaking the curse by kissing him. Instead, it'll transform the person kissing him into a frog as well. Then he releases Naveen into the nearby Bayou, planning to take over New Orleans with his army of shadow creatures. Determined to undo the spell, Naveen heads to a local masquerade ball. Dressed as a handsome prince, he spots a beautiful woman in a princess costume and rushes over to ask her for a kiss, desperate to break the curse. But to his dismay, she turns into a frog just like him. It's Tiana, who attended the ball with her friend Charlotte, disguised as a princess to raise funds for her restaurant. Exhausted from working so hard, she fell asleep during the party and didn't notice Naveen trying to kiss her. Afraid of what might happen, they run away together into the dark and scary bayou. Here they meet Louis, a trumpet-playing alligator who dreams of joining a jazz band. He invites the frogs to join him and his band, but they decline and continue their search for Mama Odie, a voodoo priestess who lives deep in the swamp. Louis warns them that finding her will be difficult since she tests those seeking her help to see if they deserve it. But he helps them cross the water, allowing them to sneak into the house of Dr. Facilier's ally, Mama Tat, without being seen. While hiding in the shadows, Tiana and Naveen watch Mama Fett perform voodoo magic and get closer to discovering the truth about her connection to Dr. Facilier. The frogs decide to leave, but Mama Fett catches them. She tells them that the only way to break their curse is to receive true love's kiss. However, she can only help them if they agree to let her perform voodoo magic on them. Since Tiana is desperate to return to her normal life, she accepts the offer. But Naveen refuses, realizing that Mama Fett is actually an accomplice of Dr. Facilier. So he and Tiana escape, making a run for it through the swamps. Along the way, they encounter a group of fireflies led by a brave soul named Ray, who's hopelessly in love with a star he calls Evangeline. After listening to Tiana and Naveen's story, Ray decides to help them reach Mama Odie's house. But to get there, they must fly through dangerous areas controlled by Dr. Facilier's henchmen. Despite the danger, Ray leads the frogs to safety, showing them a hidden path through the swamp. Once they arrive, Mama Odie tells them that their only hope for reversing the curse is to find someone who loves them and is willing to give up their life to save them. Realizing that this person could be each other, they embrace. But before they can share a kiss, Mama Odie stops them. Love alone won't be enough to reverse the curse, she says, because to become human again, they need to recognize what they truly need. And then she sends them on their separate ways. Tiana is determined to open her restaurant no matter what. She returns home, determined to turn her dream into a reality. Naveen, inspired by Tiana's determination, begins to change. No longer selfish or carefree, he starts helping Tiana with her dream, encouraging her along the way. Over time, he falls in love with her and realizes that she is the one he wants to spend the rest of his life with. Meanwhile, Dr. Facilier is growing impatient. His plan to take over New Orleans is failing because people refuse to follow a frog. He goes to Tiana's house and transforms into a monstrous shadow beast. Tiana is scared, but Naveen jumps in front of her, transforming back into a human. The two fight, but Tiana soon finds herself in danger. Just when it seems like all hope is lost, Mama Odie arrives, helping Tiana and Naveen defeat the shadow beast. As Facilier loses his power, he desperately tries to escape, but his own dark deals drag him into the spirit world, finally setting him free. With Dr. Facilier gone, the curse is broken. Naveen and Tiana embrace and confess their love for each other. They realize that their dream of being together is more important than anything else. And they marry each other, becoming the Frog Prince and Princess. In the end, Tiana and Naveen rule over New Orleans together, bringing music, laughter, and love to everyone. Tiana opens her restaurant, which becomes a popular spot for locals and tourists alike. Ray and Louis both achieve their dreams. And Mama Odie continues to help those in need, guiding them on their spiritual journeys. As for Dr. Facilier, he learns a valuable lesson about the dangers of greed and the importance of helping others. The movie teaches us that hard work, love, and the magic of believing in our dreams and in each other can help us overcome any challenge. Don't forget to like this video. Thanks for watching.